Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Maxine, and if you're a returning viewer and a subscriber, well, go on, big up yourself and welcome back. Yes, I know I have been missing. I'm back now. So I found a video today on taunted, and let me tell you, this video has aggravated me. I'm going to show you the video and then I'm going to tell you why I feel a little bit annoyed about this video. So let's jump straight into it.
And tell her
Imagine
to
people she come from England, she do must 35, how much year do England? 40 years?
I do over 50 years.
She do over 50 years at England and work, and this is how she come back from living now. This is how she come back from living now. This, over 50 years in England, guys.
Jamaican woman who was living in England came home after 50 years and was taunted for coming back to her home country to settle inside of an board-up house she grew up in. I got to say not everyone is going to make it in a foreign country whether they've resided there for a long time. So to everyone who thought it's that easy because a close friend or family member did it in a short space of time, you're wrong. And that's a general statement.
Guys, now tell me now, chat. Tell me now, chat. 50 years in England at this, you should be ashamed. You are ashamed and miserable, so you're taunting the only people that looked out for you. And I'm telling you, look.
No, I don't know the full story. I don't know what was said before. I don't know what brought this conversation up. And I certainly don't know why there was a need for a camera at this point. However, I find it to be so distasteful. I find it to be so rude. And I find that so many people find it so easy to just intervene and inject themselves into people's lives without any kind of invitation. Now, it sounds to me like he's our neighbor. And I don't know what he was trying to achieve by recording this video and going onto TikTok and pressing upload or to whatever social media site that he uploaded it to. I guess because he wanted me to react to it. So here I go. Now, the first thing that he wanted to talk about was why the woman spent 50 years in England and came back and lived in a board house in Jamaica. Let's just dispel the idea that board houses equals poverty. I am sure he might be talking about the state of the house that the woman was living in. Fine. If she is okay with it, I don't know what your problem is with it. Was the point of your video to embarrass this woman, to make her feel small? And when you talk about the woman has been living in England for 50 years, she proudly said she was there for 50 years, right? Didn't sound to me like she was ashamed. Now, I don't think half of people in the world understand how difficult it is to live in a foreign country for several different reasons, especially where it is cold, especially if you go there on your own, especially if you didn't go with certain skills or qualifications. It's never going to be easy. Now, I am sure for the 50 years that this woman was in England, she would have been sending money to Jamaica, to somebody. I don't know any one person who left Jamaica 50 years ago and never ever sent a penny to Jamaica. I don't know if this lady's got children. She probably put her children to school. She probably helped her grandchildren. She probably helped her neighbors. She probably helped somebody. Now, I feel like if this guy wanted to have this conversation with this lady, he could have spoken to her off camera and perhaps asked her, what has put you in this situation? The woman is probably not in any situation at all. The woman is probably quite contented to live in a board house. Probably there is some kind of sentiments to this house and that's where she wants to be. This woman probably have thousands and thousands of pounds in her bank account. We don't know. Like I said, I don't know where the conversation started and I don't know how they got here. But I don't understand the reason for shaming this woman. I don't understand what he hopes to achieve by posting such a video. If she feels bad, is this a video to make her feel better? How about asking her, how may I help you? Because, if she's been in England for 50 odd years, I am sure she's over 50. So she might need some help. She might be just fine. Some people are of the opinion, and I see so many people do it all the time. They leave Jamaica, they go to a first world country, and they feel like they need to build a house with 50 bedrooms and 40 bathrooms. For what? The lady is one person and she's probably more than contented with just living in that very house. Maybe she grew up there. Maybe it was her mother's house. Maybe the sentiments there are just too much for her to just leave behind. But she didn't look to me like she was bothering anybody. Maybe they had an argument before and that's why he brought his phone out. But for him to say that is she not shame? Maybe she's ashamed, maybe she's not, maybe she's happy, maybe that's the way she chooses to live, maybe she just wants a simple life. Because sometimes when people go to these first world countries and then they come back to Jamaica, to these massive houses with tens of rooms and tens of bathrooms, 3 months from now you hear that people break into these people's houses, and next thing you know they unalive them because they think that, yeah, this person is rich and this is why they've built this house. How many times have we heard people building these mansions? They go to these first world countries for years and years and years and they build these mansions, and they go back to Jamaica and there are so many envious people that they move back in their houses that they spent years and years in the cold to build, and then by the time they get home, people in Jamaica unalive them because of what they perceive them to have. It's like you cannot win. You cannot win in Jamaica. If you're doing well, people talk you down. And if you're not doing well, people still talk you down. So what are you supposed to do exactly? What are you supposed to do? I don't think this is the kind of woman that will go knock on your door and beg you something to eat. I don't think so. I don't see any problem with her living the way that she wants to live if she's happy. I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. I don't know the full story. But I feel like there was no need for him to amplify the position that he's in, to shine light on it. For what reason? What is the reason why you're shining light on this situation and asking the lady if she's not ashamed? Why should she be ashamed? Jamaica is her home country. The house is hers. The house is probably so cheap to run that she can't think of any better way to live her life in simplicity and with very little bills. Listen, as long as the woman's got a roof over her head and it's not leaking and she's not sleeping on the ground and she's got a door that she can close away from people, what is the issue here? Do you know how many houses in America are built out of just board? Do you know how many houses in Canada are just built out of board? You know, one time I was in Canada and I saw somebody building a house, and what they had brought was just, it was like a puzzle. They just brought bits and bits of this house, just board, and they just joined them together, and that was the house. And you see it and you think how beautiful it is. It's board. It is board. I don't understand the issue. I don't know why this guy thought that he should taunt this woman and provoke her. Just leave her be. If you are living in a concrete house and you are happy with your share of life, just live your life and leave people alone. Why are you trying to make this woman look small? The woman probably spent years and years in a foreign country having people tell her to do this and to do that and to go here and to go there, and she hasn't got enough sleep. Or probably her life was brilliant there and she just wants a change. We don't know. Maybe life was not easy for her in a foreign country and that's all that she can afford. Maybe that's all that she could afford. But even if that's all she can afford, so what? Who is she harming by living in a board house? Who is she hurting? She's not hurting anyone. Everybody needs to remember that everybody's life journey is different. Everybody's experiences are different. Everybody's wants and needs are completely different. Some of us want to live in big houses made out of bricks. Others want to live a very minimal life. There is no right or there is no wrong. Why are you shining a light on this woman? For what reason? I'm sure there will be people who will be jumping on your bandwagon and shaming this woman and say some of them go foreign and then waste them life and then come back to Jamaica with nothing, and that them forget because when them did their foreign, them ain't help nobody and whatever. Even if that is the case, even if she was in England for 50 odd years and she wasn't helping anybody, how does that affect you now? How does it affect you now? The way she's living now, how does it affect you? If she lives in a board house now in Jamaica, is it on your head? No, it is not. Why are you making this such a problem? All you need to be doing is to be thanking God that your situation might be a little bit better. But again, I say I don't know this woman's situation. This woman might choose to live like this because she thinks to herself, if I live in this little board house, people will think that I'm broke and they won't try to tear me down for whatever little money I brought back from the UK. Because in case you haven't heard, foreigners sometimes come back to Jamaica and their lives are cut short because of what people perceive them to have. Maybe that's her way to outsmart everybody. Live in a board house, let them think I don't have anything, and I take the little money that I have and I spend it day by day and be happy with my share of life. And at least I know that I'm safe and I don't have to worry because people think I don't have anything. I think it was distasteful for this video to be made in the way that it was made. Sir, I hope you reflect on things and I hope you go to this lady. And if you think she's struggling so much, maybe you should go knock on her door and say, how may I help you? You know, let's change the way that we behave. He said she's miserable. So, police not lock up nobody for miserable. Maybe she's miserable. And if she is, and you don't like it, just avoid her. There's no reason to get out your phone and be recording such things. For what? Leave the woman alone. Foreign hard. Maybe she does not have it. Maybe that's all she could afford to come back to. But the point is, she's Jamaican and she is home in Jamaica. Whether she wants to live under a tree, whether she wants to live in a cardboard box, whether she wants to live in her board house, whether she's got a mansion hidden somewhere, she is home. She's where she needs to be. She looks to me like she's of sound mind. So it looks to me like she flew from England and decided that this is where I'm going back to, for whatever reason. I'm sure she could have made the choice to stay in England unless she was deported. I don't know, right? But none of that what you were saying makes any sense. There was no need. There was no need to be asking the woman if she's not ashamed of herself. Shame of herself for what? Do you know what some people are doing to build these big houses that you see in Jamaica? Do you know how many people are in first world countries stealing, robbing people, cheating people out of things, using people to build these big houses that are impressing you in Jamaica? Do you know how many people are being dishonest to build these kind of houses that you admire in Jamaica? This woman has probably made an honest living for all the time she's been in England. Maybe things didn't work out for her. Maybe she lost her support system. Maybe she had physical ill health. Maybe she had mental ill health. Maybe people used her. Maybe she sent money to Jamaica to build a house and when she came back there was nothing. Because we all know that's very possible in Jamaica. So before you take out your phone and record this lady and put her on social media, maybe you should get her story, get her full story, and then see if she needs your help, just ask in what way you can help her. You're not just too fast and miserable. Leave the lady alone.